Guys, hopefully this comes in good. I apologize. I just spent the last 5 minutes on a rant, and I didn't even have you guys on. I was just so upset. I get these spam calls. I live in Florida, and I'm not exaggerating when I tell you I get a minimum of 5 calls every day on my cell phone that are scared. They want to say, oh, your warranty, your vehicle is out of warranty, so you get an extended. These telemarketers are ruthless here in Florida, and the state doesn't give a shit. They do nothing to protect the consumer, and I get at least 5 a day on my phone. My wife gets a minimum of 5 on her phone. My son gets, just our family alone probably deals with 30 calls from telemarketers every single day. Not monthly. We don't do 30 calls a month. Every day, at least 30 calls from telemarketers. It's this state here does as little as possible to protect you, me, or anybody in this state from these telemarketers, these scam artists that are out there. So I've kind of taken a different approach. I make it my goal. If they ever contact me and I pick up the phone like I just did now, I will pick up the phone. I will keep that person on the line as long as possible, especially if it's like while I'm at home and they call. Oh man, I will string them along and I'll put them on hold. Hang on a sec. Hold on, my daughter just fell. Hold on a sec. Well, I'll be right back. I'll put them on hold for 3 or 4 minutes. I'll come back and I've kept them online for over 60 minutes, for over an hour while I watch TV, while I make dinner, when I just keep talking about whatever. I have made my point of saying, you know what, if you're going to call me and you're a telemarketer trying to run your scam, I'm going to make sure I keep you on as long as I can so you don't bother anyone else. And I will make it, but the telemarketers, the scam artists, they're out in full force. Arizona's got it, or not Arizona, Florida has to be the #1 state. The #1 state for most scam artists and con men, and this state does nothing to curb that. No laws passed to protect the consumers. You know, it's garbage. So that really pissed me off just a minute ago, because I was talking to you guys, and all of a sudden I get a call. It looks important, but you know, it ends up being a freaking scam artist. Oh, I can't stand it. Those are the things that really... But on a side note, the day's over. I got class tonight, so I might be a little late on the stream, maybe 7:30. I'll try and be on time or a little ahead of time if I can. But I want to say today flew by, went quick. Didn't quite get everything I wanted done, but made a lot of progress. Making, positive progress. So that's kind of where I'm at. Hopefully your day is going great, or your night, depending where you're at. I don't know. I mean, I do appreciate everybody tuning in and kind of staying with me on my afternoon drive. We've had a lot of fun this morning. I kind of got off on a rant about the wall, and then a rant about Pelosi going, don't do the State of the Union address. It's too dangerous, too much, we have to worry about security. She's a joke. I'm just really kind of happy that, I've had today, I got most of my stuff done. Got a couple classes tonight I got to take and get those behind me, and I'll try and make the stream. Now, I'm going to do my selfless, shameless promotion and say, if you're watching and you haven't followed me or subscribed, please do. I mean, if without you guys watching and kind of telling me and giving me some encouragement and everything, I don't know, it wasn't going to work for me. But I love the fact that now more people are tuning in at night. They're kind of chatting and making conversation. That's great. I appreciate that more than you know, because there's nothing more, promising than when I see people that are engaging and they have great questions. We have great conversations. Man, that means the world to me. And I know there's so many streamers out there that are enjoying what they do. I want to be one of those. I want to get a good group of followers that we can talk about whatever and have a good time and just maybe have some nice belly laughs and just really have a stream that everyone enjoys sharing time together. So thank you very much. If you can, as I said, follow me on Twitch, follow or subscribe on YouTube, or if you're on Periscope or Stream Me or any of the other platforms, Mixer, anywhere that you're seeing the stream, let me know that you're seeing it. You can always email me, POVAmerica at Outlook.com. I always check my email, and I love it when I get, a lot of you have been giving me some really great feedback, which I can't tell you how much I appreciate. So far, everybody has just been really supportive, and you guys have been fantastic. My wife is even freaking out. She's like, oh my God, they're so nice. They're so... I says, yeah. I says, they're intelligent. These folks that I'm talking to really, really, truly are the salt of the earth. And that's you guys. I really appreciate it. I didn't think anybody would be watching me at 6 a.m. in the morning when I'm doing the morning drive. Didn't even occur to me that somebody in Australia might be watching me. Never, I kind of focus, it's people here in the U.S. But you know what? Now that I'm getting people from Germany and from Australia and from different parts of the world, it's actually really refreshing, because I got one person from Russia who sent me an email, asked me a ton of questions about, just things that I guess maybe they didn't know about my country or whatever. They were like, so how much do you pay for a loaf of bread in the U.S.? How many, just all these questions that I was, okay, well, this is it. And, how much, what's the annual, how much do you guys make for your jobs? And I thought, well, all that's available on the internet, but I'm more than happy to tell her, and give her, the information she wanted. But, yeah, I love it. I love the fact that you guys interact and have feedback for me. So thank you. Thank you. I'm going to try to make sure tonight I can have another show that hopefully more and more people will start to join the conversations. Excuse me. So, anyway, so hopefully your days are going well. Tomorrow, Friday, finally, a day I look forward to. Then Monday, we're off in the U.S. here. There's a holiday. It's, you know what? I have no idea what holiday it is on Monday. I just know they told me I don't got to come to work. It's not Memorial Day. It's not Labor Day. I really don't know what holiday. What the hell holiday is in January? See, now that I'm gonna have to think about that. Let me see. There's, no, you know what? It's a holiday. That's all I know. It's a holiday for us. Martin Luther King Day. That's what it is. It's Martin Luther King Day. I heard somebody say that. So, so we get a day off for that, I guess, and I'm okay with that. So Monday I'll probably do some streams. I don't know if I'll do the morning streams, because if I don't gotta work, I might not get up. But I am going to tell you, this Tuesday, well, let me rephrase that. This past Tuesday, I was going to go play in a poker tournament and take you guys along for the ride and see how I did. I'm just trying to make sure that if I totally forgot about it, and by the time I was at home doing the live stream, it was too late. So it was like, oh, damn, the tournament already started, 6:30 or whatever, so I was already well into it. But this Tuesday coming up, I'm gonna leave right from work. Hang on, I have a poor connection. It says I just want to make sure I get a stronger connection before I start talking. Waiting for the poor connection to go away. There we go. Alright guys, I apologize about my connection. Give me a minute. Try and get it into a signal, stronger signal. Alright, a little bit stronger signal. I apologize if the connection went choppy. Every time I see it say poor connection, I try to pause a little bit before it, becomes choppy. But like I was saying, last Tuesday I was going to go play in a poker tournament and see if I could take you guys along and see if what they'll let me do in the casino or let me do in the poker room. at the very least, I'm going to leave after work, and I'm going to head and actually go ahead and see the tournament that's going on. I'm going to go ahead and join that and have some fun on Tuesday. I'll take you along for the ride, the afternoon drive, if you will. And if they let me videotape in the poker room and that, I'll go ahead and, I keep saying videotape, but I mean live stream. If they'll let me live stream, in the poker room, I'll go ahead and do some live streaming there as well. If not, I'll take breaks. I'll do a little live stream, like an update on my breaks. But I've been probably last 3-4 months, whatever it's been, I haven't been able to sit down at a poker table and play. So now I'm really looking forward to it. And Tuesday is the day that I want to go. I might go Saturday. It just depends. I'm going to have to look. I'll check the calendar, see what they got going on Saturday. I might be able to go Saturday too. So, but that's kind of what I want to do on Saturday and Tuesday. I want to go play some cards. I do want to go check out some movies. I've been saying now for like 2 weekends in a row I was going to go see these movies, and I just haven't made it. But this weekend, if not Saturday, I might go after the tournament and see a movie after the tournament, and then on Sunday see some more. I'm going to try and do some things to actually get me out of the house, and I'll take you along with me as much as I can. But I hope you guys are having a great Thursday. Tomorrow is, what is tomorrow? Tomorrow's payday, right? Is it payday? It's like mid-month for most people. So Friday's payday, when the eagle lands, so to speak. So hopefully you guys got some good plans for the weekend. And if not, you end up like me. You'll just be sitting at home if you don't do something. So that's kind of where I am. But I'm hoping for good solid time on Saturday and Sunday that I can do something, some good time. So anyway, today, one of the discussions we had on the way coming in this morning, we were talking about Pelosi, and she's asking Trump. Well, that was during my lunchtime. That was what everybody was talking about, was Trump canceling this State of the Union address or whatever it is. And they were saying, people were like, well, yes, he's going to have to do this. And I kept thinking to myself, going, why does he have to do anything? Can't he just call a press conference and, everybody will show up and he can shoot it from the Oval Office if they're that worried about security, or they can have it from the Rose Garden or whatever. I mean, there's got to be, safe ways that he can do his State of the Union. So I'm just kind of curious as to what's going to happen. But that's what they were talking about during lunch, and trying to figure out what was going on. And then, what else? Oh, this is something that it was, you never know how things happen when you least expect something to happen. It'll usually happen. A while back, I sent out, there was a job. I've been trying to get back to Arizona. I've been wanting to go back to Arizona. I love it out there. Not a big fan of Florida. It's just humidity, the bugs, just a lot of things down here that don't attract me. The water is just not enough to keep me here, because there is a such thing as having too much water, too much swamp and all that. So I've been wanting to get back to Arizona. Well, I get a phone now. I filled out there was a job posting from Department of Corrections out there. It was for a contract monitor. It's a position where you monitor the medical, and make sure that the contracted medical company is doing what they're supposed to. And so I basically put in for this and forgot about it. Totally forgot. Well, I got an email says, hey, want to interview you for this position, on Thursday, today. And I responded, yeah, not a problem, just call me at this number. So I get this call, and I really, truly didn't know too much about the position other than what I had read. So she gets to explaining this position, what they do, and I mean, as she's talking, I'm thinking to myself, going, oh my God, that is me. That is, right up my alley. Everything that she's describing fit me to a T, because I'm a Six Sigma black belt. I'm all about processes. I'm all about, being precise, being very meticulous about things. That's how I am, crossing the T's, dotting the I's, I mean, I was going to be an attorney for, contract attorney and go through the contracts. I mean, I'm a stickler for detail. So she was kind of going over and telling me what they do, and I was like, wow, I really like this. I mean, I'm thinking to myself, I totally forgot about this position. And then when I got the email, I was like, oh yeah, I just thought it was like one of several that I put in for. But it sounded really good, so she says, well, I'd like to do this interview right now. Can you do this? I said, yep. We did the interview, and it went very well. And she was telling me how much the job pays, and I just had to laugh out loud. I'm like, finally a job pays what. So most of the time you get paid what you're worth. You don't get paid. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Most of the time you don't get paid what you're worth. You get paid what the job pays. So you take a job and it pays X amount of dollars, that's what you get. But there are times when the wages are not too shabby. I mean, they're really, it may not be what you're worth, it may be less still, but at the same time, they're not an insult. You know how sometimes your wages can be an insult. I mean, you're almost insulted to work there for that amount. But for the first time, they says this is what it would be, and I thought, you know what, that is a decent salary. It's not the best, it's not the greatest, but it is very respectable. And it was, and I thought to myself, I would love to work for it. Now, granted, it's a state job, so there's a lot of bureaucracy, I'm sure. But at the same time, if you want to be the best and you really are a stickler for everything, I think sometimes the states are great to work for because they want preciseness. They want these things. And you can't, for example, in that position, it is what it is. As long as I document it, as long as I report it, it is what they can't, it's not my fault if things aren't happening the way they're supposed to. As long as I'm documenting and doing it my job, they have to deal with the actual contractors. So I don't know, it was very entertaining to listen to the lady describe my ideal job. So I might be going back to Arizona. I might be going back to Arizona a little sooner than I anticipated, but who knows? I actually have a group of people here that I've come to, over the years, finally kind of working out where we're kind of meshing and getting together, because sometimes everybody is just so worried about their job and what they're doing, and they're not really concerned about anything other than their little corner of the world. But then over time you start to form that camaraderie, that team, and when this person needs something, you're there. They know they can come to you and you'll help them with whatever. And I kind of like that. That's kind of what we have now. I'm gelling with the team of people I work with now. We're kind of really just starting to be, where we can depend on each other, and where that whole thing with jobs. You ever notice where you get people that for whatever reason they're just backstabbers. They'll stab you in the back. And that's just how a lot of people are. And we, even in the department I work in, we went through that. They say one thing to your face, but say another thing behind your back. And that's going to be, I guess, maybe in any job that can happen. But it happens more so in the field I'm in. But now we're at that. We got a great group of people that are kind of like, if I want to call, if somebody wants to call me an asshole, they're going to look at me and go, oh man, you are such an asshole. They're going to just call me. There is none of that behind my back. If there's something I do wrong, they call me on the carpet. If they do something wrong, I call them on the carpet. We make, we don't, it's not where you're tattletaling to the boss about every little thing. You're more concerned about just making it right for everybody so our lives are easier. That's, that cooperation, that camaraderie, that's what you really want that. You really, truly want that with a good team of, with a good group of people to work with. And sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. And sometimes it's just harder to bring together. But I just we're starting to get that together. So, there's that part of me that says maybe I don't want to leave it. But then there's that part of me that says I can't stand Florida anymore. So while I'd hate to leave the people that I work with now, or the good people I work with, I sure in the hell wouldn't miss Florida at all. I mean, I look out the window. See this water? I don't know if you can see it. It's beautiful. I mean, it's, as I said, it is what it is. It's Florida, but there's a lot of other things that come with it. There's a lot more than just, even look at the skies, look at the day. These last couple months since October, they've been miserable. They've been blah. It's like, you don't think of Florida being this way most of the time. It's actually cold. Right now it's probably 60 degrees. Now, it's not cold to me, but for Florida, you're kind of like, wow, 60 degrees. But it can definitely have its moments when it's blue sky, sunshine, and nice. Yeah, those days are there too. But for the most part, it's living in the Panhandle where I live. It's kind of hit and miss, Some days are diamonds, some days are dogs. Anyway, so how's it? Hopefully everything is going good with you guys. I don't know what's in the news today. Did I miss something? Let me know what I missed today. Shoot me an email or join me tonight, and we'll talk about whatever's going on. I tried to focus on getting my network up today, getting my systems imaged, getting everything back online. So during lunch, I don't think I looked at too much on lunch. No, I didn't really see too many news stories that are jumped out at me, other than the whole Pelosi thing, which is still apparently news. Even though it happened the other day, apparently we want to beat it to death. So yeah, it's just not it. So yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you again for staying with me during the afternoon drive and the morning drive. I appreciate you guys. While I think out loud, you kind of just chill with me, and that's cool. I do appreciate you more than you know. Follow me if you can. Subscribe. I'm also on Patreon. If you look up POV America on Patreon, I really would love to have you guys join me there and just become one of my patrons, and kind of it's kind of like sponsoring what I do with like a vote of support. And you for $1 a month or something like that, you can actually become one of my patrons. It's like back in the days when Picasso and the artists were there. The rich aristocrats would actually sponsor them, and they become their patrons, of the arts, so to speak. So Patreon is kind of like the same thing. It offers encouragement to people like myself that are putting out content and trying to develop entertaining content or shows that are worth watching. So as I'm learning this streaming, as I'm learning how to stream, the ins and outs of streaming, there's so much, man, there's so much to know that I'm never going to know it all, but, I am learning. I'm watching the streamers that are out there. I'm watching the YouTube videos of the guys that are kind of telling you the tips and the tricks and how to go ahead and, put your shows together. It's just going to be it's just going to take time, for me to actually get up to that level. And you're enjoyable is because I have a good group of people so far that have really been engaging and kind of helped out, and man, that makes all the difference. People were just constantly warning me about trolls. Oh, you're not going to like it. You're going to hate doing it. Don't do it. Stop it. Don't even get started. You're going to have all these trolls, and I'm like, look, I'm probably the last person that's worth trolling, because I don't get upset by those things. They don't. And I can easily just ban them or ignore them on the channels. It's not worried, because to me, it's like, if you really want to troll me, then, that's really kind of pathetic for your life. You ain't got nothing better to do. But at the same time, I always say, I fought for this country so you could have the right to do whatever you want. So as a veteran, if you want to troll me, you feel free and go ahead and troll me. But I haven't had that. Everybody's been so awesome. And I have a feeling the other day, I had a feeling somebody was going to troll me. way where we were having a decent conversation, and then by the end of it, after like 20 minutes later, the guy's like, yeah, man, I'll take it easy, I'll see you later. And I really have the feeling that this guy was probably starting out wanting to troll me, but then figured it out. They're like, look, dude, I'm not worth it. Go, somebody else can be trolled, but I am who I am. I'm not one of the phonies that tries to be somebody they're not. What you see is kind of what you get with me. Don't ask me if you don't want to know, because I don't believe the whole thing about lying. People that lie about stuff, I don't get it. Never did. I'll tell you, if you don't like it, I'm sorry, but don't ask. There's no reason for me to lie. And I give you my opinions on things. I'm not right by any stretch of the imagination. I am not right all the time, or even a majority of the time, probably. Because everybody's life, every situation is different. All I can do is talk about personal experience and what I truly feel is the case on certain things. So, I definitely don't want to come out like I'm an authority or a know-it-all. We've all had good things in our lives we have experience from, and we've all had bad things. So if I can help you learn something from my bad so you don't experience them, that's great. And vice versa. I learned from you guys too. So anyway, one of the things I want to let you guys know is I'm coming up to the grocery store here. I'm going to go and get some wings for tonight so I have some dinner. You guys know I love the chicken wings, and this diet that I'm on, I got to eat. And I've been eating all day already, but I've got to go and eat some more, because that's the only way I lose weight. I got to eat to lose weight. Go figure. So I appreciate you sticking with me. I'm going to go ahead and grab some chow so I have something to eat for the before classes too. My classes are going to get started relatively quick. I want to make sure I'm there to go through these things with my teachers and engage in this classroom. So if I lose you, or if we end up saying goodbye, thanks again, guys. Thanks for hanging with me and at least watching. And I value your feedback. Send me an email, povamerica@outlook.com, or just chat me online if you see me tonight. I'll be back on for the 7 o'clock, 7:30, right around there. And we're going to have some fun. I love building the channel is probably the most fun I've had in a long time. Just kind of taking that opportunity to find what works, what I enjoy doing about it. The morning drive and the afternoon drive time, this is kind of, because I can't chat with you, because I don't have any way of monitoring chat right now or audibly hearing a chat message. This is kind of just like what's going on in my head, a chance to kind of, I call it thinking out loud. But that's really what I'm doing, just kind of thinking out loud to myself. But every time I do this, it just makes me appreciate more how hard it is for the other streamers that do the same thing. I mean, it's very difficult to talk to people you can't see, and especially if you can't interact with them. So for me, I look at it as a blessing from every one of you guys that you stick with me for the drive, or you stick with me for any of the things I'm doing online or otherwise. And it appears I've got some construction on the store here where I go get my wings, so I'm going to have to pull around. But have a great night. If I don't see you this evening, enjoy your Thursday night. Hopefully I'll see you on Friday. We'll do the morning drive on Friday. I probably won't be doing it on Monday, because apparently it's a holiday. So thanks again, folks, for stopping in and spending some time with me. Time to go get my wings, and I'll see you guys tonight at about 7 o'clock, 7:30. Have a great one, and have fun.